Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SyncsCom, How COVID-19 Cancels Communication series, and we are on episode 7. Episode 7, this is a very interesting topic because this is something I can actually speak about from a personal experience, unlike the relationship one, but we get to talk about working out. Now, I consider myself an active individual. I like to be active. I like to see changes in myself physically and see how I can perform differently as I go forward in my progress. Now, prior to COVID-19, I was in the middle of doing just weight training, really, not calisthenics or anything like that. Mostly just weight training combined with a little bit of cardiovascular exercises, and that was all going pretty well. And then COVID-19 hit, and then all the gyms shut down. And where does that put me? A place in which I can't weightlift. Now, I wasn't that huge on wanting to get like absolutely ripped and jacked and whatnot. I just kind of did it as a form of exercise and as something just to kind of get me stronger a little bit. But I also had some body fat on me that I wanted to get rid of, and so whenever COVID-19 came around, I got to mostly focus on losing all my body fat. And I got to running a lot more. You see, now that I was more isolated in my home, and not at the gyms and not anywhere else, this gave me plenty of time to focus on my workout routine and work on eating correctly and focusing on getting a better diet for myself, getting all the nutrients I need, when I need them, how I'm going to get them, and what I should do to accommodate certain workouts. Now, I would go running a lot, so I'd fill up on a lot of carbs. And as I would run and do a lot of high-intensity interval training, for those that don't know, that it's basically just really, really high cardiovascular exercises that are back to back to back with very, very little rest in between, and you kind of do repetitions over and over. And so I would lose a lot of body fat, and by the time the gyms have opened back up, which I'll get on an article in just a moment, by the time the gyms open back up, not only did I lose about 6 inches off me, I also lost 40 pounds in total. And that was only in the course of from whenever it started to whenever gyms started opening back up. So I'd say about a good three-month period. And that was absolutely fascinating. The worst part about it, though, is I lost some muscle mass along the way. And so as gyms have opened back up, we've been very careful going to the gyms. By the way, they've been implementing a lot of rules about sanitizing your equipment after it's done. I've seen a lot of people at the gyms be very respectful to that rule, sanitizing. Most of them will keep masks on and will put their mask on if we ever come into contact with close to one another. So I'm very thankful for that. And if I'm ever unsure about someone's sanitation methods, I'll always sanitize equipment before I use it and then after I use it, because that's just the best way to do it. But by the time the gyms opened back up, I got to basically retrain my muscles altogether. And so now I'm at a point to where I now have a pretty good, body fat percentage on me, and I also have some muscle going for me. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation. What I'm trying to say is that COVID-19 was interesting. If we look at this article from Kat Eschner on Fortune, on Fortune.com, her article is titled "COVID-19 has changed how people exercise, but that doesn't mean gyms are going away." And in this article, she speaks about how gyms have reopened, and fitness is a $34 billion industry, and an estimated 20% of Americans have a membership to some kind of fitness club. And then, even though that the doors closed on gyms, a lot of people would do virtual classes. There'd be a lot of different recipe guides and nutrition plans going about. There'd be a lot of at-home workouts. And the reason why a lot of people wanted to stay pretty huge on this is because exercise is very important, but also Kat here points out that poor cardiovascular health is one of the major risk factors for severe illness or death as a result of COVID-19. So that's something very interesting to share. In my experience with it all is that there hasn't been any cases at my gym. Everybody's been pretty safe about it. So as long as we continue these good practices and we continue to keep our exercise up, we may have a better chance in fighting this virus, and also making sure that we all just stay safe, and we all want to keep our progress going and to better encourage ourselves to do even better. That's all I really have to say about that subject. Let me know if working out or COVID-19 has affected you positively or negatively throughout this, and just let me know, and we'll see how everything turns out. If you do feel anxious about getting a gym membership at this time, don't feel bad about it. Just go look online. There's a lot of at-home workouts that will be able to help you with calisthenics, especially, which will keep the muscle on you and losing fat at the same time, and you don't have to worry about losing all that muscle mass. But anyways, I appreciate you guys, and y'all take care, and please be safe as COVID-19 cancels communication.